Sir Keir Starmer has warned his probable successor as Prime Minister, Andy Burnham, that he'll have to spend just as much time as he has dealing with global turmoil during his time in Number 10. In an exclusive interview with the BBC, Sir Keir has spoken for the first time about what he called the intensely personal decision he took, alongside his wife and children, to accept that his political career was over. Keir Starmer has faced criticism during his 2 years as Prime Minister about the amount of time he's spent on the world stage. Henry Zeffman has the story.
This weekend is Sir Keir Starmer's second anniversary as Prime Minister. There won't be a third. Speaking for the first time since he resigned, Britain's outgoing leader told me about the moment he realised his time was up.
Your wife was by your side during the last few weeks, which have clearly been very difficult for you. When was the moment that the two of you, I think as a pair, decided it was over?
Well, it was tough. I'm not going to pretend otherwise. Really, really tough. As I grappled with what was the best thing to do for me, for the country, for the government. And those discussions inevitably start with many discussions with colleagues, with parliamentary colleagues, with the team here, with my immediate advisors, with trade unions, so many people in that discussion. But for me, and this may be different for other people, in the end, it became an intensely personal decision. And that's why it was a decision taken ultimately when Vic and I were away with the kids. We went to Chequers and just spent 2 days together as a family. And that's when I came to my final decision.
He's not just resigning as Prime Minister, but Labour leader too, a job he took after the party's worst defeat in 80 years.
The Labour Party arguably could have been lost, but I stepped up as leader, and with others, we saved the Labour Party. So yes, look, did I want it to end at this point in this way? No, I didn't, but I accept that with good grace. As I look back, am I proud of the fact that I picked the Labour Party up, turned it around, turned it back into electoral force, got rid of anti-Semitism in our party, ensured our party was trusted again on the economy and on defence and on immigration, and won not just a general election but a landslide general election, and put in a shift at 2 years that has seen our economy stabilise, our public services improve, and our international standing in a completely different place. When I look back on that, I'm proud.
And a clear warning for his successor, he acknowledged that would almost certainly be Andy Burnham, about the importance of foreign policy.
And therefore, if you're Prime Minister and you care what bills are going to be like in any household around the country, you have to care about finding a lasting solution to the situation in Ukraine. You have to care about what happens in the Strait of Hormuz. It's not sensible to think you can just separate these two things out.
Because there are those in your party, and you probably know this, who think that the next Prime Minister could spend less time on diplomacy than you have. You're saying pretty clearly that's not possible.
No, I don't think it is possible. So this suggestion you could really, in the modern era, simply split up international and domestic is just, it just doesn't make sense. It isn't true. It isn't right.
This is Sir Keir's first attempt to frame what he sees as his legacy. He knows the debate about that is just beginning.
And Henry is with me now. Keir Starmer being unusually candid, Henry, and also we've heard tonight from Andy Burnham.
That's right, Jane. Just after Sir Keir Starmer took questions from me in Downing Street, the man many expect to be his successor was taking questions online on Reddit. And we learnt a bit more about what he would do as Prime Minister. He said that he wouldn't call a general election. He said he would seek to negotiate a returns agreement for failed refugees, including with Taliban-run Afghanistan. He said he wouldn't scrap the triple lock on pensions, saying, "I appreciate there's a lot of debate about this, but it's important that the commitment in Labour's 2024 manifesto stands." And he also pledged to work for a closer relationship with Europe. Well, I asked Keir Starmer about Mr Burnham, who he pretty much acknowledged was his inevitable successor. He said he was just joking when he'd mocked Mr Burnham in the past and that there's no personal animosity there. In fact, he likes him. Well, to see that exchange and much else besides, you can watch the full interview on BBC Breakfast tomorrow at 8:15, as well as on YouTube and the BBC iPlayer.
All right. Henry, thanks very much. Henry Zeffman.